Greetings guys, a little update from Kombi life. We are currently in
Georgia.
She had to think about that for a second because we have been crossing so many states in recent weeks that we kind of forget exactly where we are, but we are in Georgia.
Yeah, last time we updated you, we were getting ready to drive across the states, and now we're on the other side, the east side.
Leah sounds a little bit different, doesn't she? Hopefully you can hear her. She's a bit croaky, poor thing.
I'm sick.
Why is that, Leah?
Run down, I think.
Definitely run down, absolutely exhausted. It's been extremely tough. Hopefully this video doesn't come across like we're whinging. We just drove across America. That should be a great thing, right? Yes, but limited time, really disgusting living situation where we're just basically sleeping and sitting on top of boxes the entire time, and that's the main reason why we're being run down. So this is our house. But how's it been? Have we had any fun at all since we've been driving?
Yes. We've seen a few awesome things throughout the US. It's been quite, well, we did a little post up on Patreon. If you didn't see it, we had quite an eventful first few weeks on the road, didn't we?
Yes. Yes, we did. Arizona was a really cool place to explore. Red Rock Country was beautiful. We did some awesome drone filming through that landscape, so very excited to get that footage for the series. And then we got as far as the Grand Canyon. We got to see the Grand Canyon, which was pretty awesome actually. And then realised that we left our brand new awning, which Go Westy gave us, back in Quartzsite. So
it was like a day travel there and back. So it set us a day. We had to go all the way back.
As much as we appreciated all the resources we had available to us in Quartzsite, we were definitely pleased to leave after being there for so long. So this might be a little confusing actually, because the last time we updated you guys, we were all over California, kind of like doing the engine and the transmission and the paintwork and everything on the bus, building the outside. And then we went back to Quartzsite to pick up all of the stuff that we had stored there, all of the stuff which is now very unorganizedly stored inside the Kombi, and we got a day away, got to the Grand Canyon and had to go all the way back to Quartzsite. Yeah. What a nightmare.
We think it's because of our bus's name, Boomerang. So he always wants to go back to Quartzsite where we found him.
Hopefully not, because if we have to go back to Quartzsite from here in Georgia, that was going to be a nightmare. Yeah. So hopefully that doesn't happen. We got to experience a little bit of New Mexico. Leah started to drive the bus for the first time. How do you fit?
I like it.
You like driving
After
the bus?
you did the clutch, you fixed the clutch, it was better. I liked it better. It was easier to drive. I still can't really touch the floor properly, like my feet barely touch the pedals. It's
actually quite a serious problem for us at the moment. Our chairs are not meant for this Kombi and they're extremely uncomfortable. I might mention that before. And they don't slide forward, so Leah can't touch the pedals, and I'm in pretty much constant agony. So we have been desperately searching for a replacement seat. We could bolt anything in there, but that's not going to be good enough to get it into Australia eventually. So anyway, the search goes on for a comfortable seat. Oh, the huge dramas in Kombi life.
So what else has happened on the way?
We crossed Texas.
We crossed Texas. We actually got pulled over from the cops for the first time. And we're like, what? We got pulled over by the cops.
Was that in Texas?
That was in Arizona somewhere.
Yeah.
Up north of Arizona. And we're like, what's wrong, officer? He's like, do you know how fast you were going? I'm like, 50 something. He's like, 51. So that is too slow. I'm like, too slow?
Yeah.
Too slow for the roads in Arizona, apparently. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so we got a ticket. It was a warning, not an actual ticket, but the first time we've had a ticket in the new bus. And now whenever we see a cop pull in behind us, and they always like to do that and check us out,
we speed up.
We stick our foot on the gas, which is probably the opposite of what all of you guys do when you see a cop pulling in behind you.
So when we see a cop, we speed.
We'll try
speed
to.
For the Kombi speed.
Yeah, we try to speed and fail miserably.
Yeah.
But
that was fun.
Yeah, 55 is our top speed. That's as fast as we want to go. I don't really want to crash going any faster than 55 miles an hour. Doesn't feel safe any faster than that. With a big high top with the wind.
Oh, the wind For some reason, we're like, everywhere we're driving, it's really windy, or we can feel it in this thing a lot more. So it like, you're constantly going, oh, driving down the road. You can really feel it in this thing. It's actually not really comfortable at all.
Yeah. So we crossed New Mexico, we crossed Texas, and we made it to Louisiana, and we spent a couple of days. Louisiana was really cool. Nice to get back to some greenery. We spent a couple of days in New Orleans. Some of you guys saw that we posted on Patreon that we had an attempted break-in. It was actually the first flipping night that we spent outside of the bus, staying in an apartment which was very kindly made available to us by Yera.
Which is Tom's friend, Tom Summers.
Yeah, hey Tom, how you doing, buddy? And we
really
came out.
Nice. And we parked right outside the apartment too, so we could see the bus from our window.
Hey, move forward a second. So you guys probably can't really. I'll try to move this. It's really nothing. It's a little scratch in the paint. It's nothing.
But someone just tried to get a screwdriver in and like pry it open, which obviously didn't work. But it's going to happen lots and lots on this trip, so...
Yeah, personally, I'm not at all concerned about the scratch. There will be scratches. In fact, we want there to be scratches. It's kind of a little bit too nice for us, this Kombi. But it's the fact that someone tried to break in and steal our stuff. And, you know, right now, we have this thing full of all the new gear that we're installing on the bus for the trip. It's got all our camera stuff in there, the drone, like all the hard drives that we've recorded Astor Alaska and the new series Astor Australia. So, you know, just to think that we might lose that stuff, it's irreplaceable. So in the future, we will be much better prepared. We'll have additional locks on the bus. We're have always intended to install that stuff. We'll have curtains, which, as one of you guys said, I can't remember who it was, sorry, but it was, you know, he said security through obscurity, like basically hide your stuff, don't let them see it, and then they won't be so enticed to break in. And that's really actually great advice. And that's normally what we do as well, but we don't have curtains right now, and we're on our way to build the interior, so we just caught at a really bad, vulnerable moment, and we kind of don't really want to leave the bus, so that's a little scary.
Yeah.
We should tell people where we are in Georgia.
At Holly's house.
Yeah, we're at Holly's house.
Holly's our patron. She's been our patron for a very long time.
At least 2 years.
And we've been dying to meet her, so. Holly. This is Holly.
Surprise!
Hi!
We're so happy to finally meet Holly. We've been like chatting for so long now. So one of the things that we wanted to do before we left the US was to come and see Holly. So
I'm honored completely. I'm thrilled, and it's extremely surreal. And I'm so happy to meet you and been in Alaska and have y'all in my home.
Beautiful home. We're just talking about that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Gorgeous.
You're welcome anytime.
This is where we're staying at Holly's house. It is like a B&B. It's beautiful. The furniture is gorgeous.
Speak louder with your croaky voice.
I'm sorry, I'm very sick. Gorgeous. We're so happy to be here. It's like a dream bedroom. It's got really good taste in furniture. I feel like a queen or a princess. True.
You are a princess. What are you talking about?
Princess Leia.
4-poster bed.
I've always wanted one of these when I was a kid.
We can put a 4-poster bed in a Kombi if you want.
I don't think so.
It's not going to be good enough. See that face?
When we get a house, that's what the bed I'm getting. True, Ben?
House?
A house. Do you know these things?
It's not focusing on your face again. Yeah, so we were quite lucky actually. We got to meet Holly and also Harris Little, who lives kind of near here, and he's also a member of the Kombi crew on Patreon. Hey Harris. And both of them have been really, really welcoming and giving us a much needed break from Kombi life, the worst version of van life that has ever been known to exist.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's been a few moments on this trip where we're like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we're pretty run down trying to get across country in an uncomfortable van, but it will hopefully all be worth it once we get to New York. At the same time, we are currently like trying to work out how to get the dog home and ourselves home, and the bus also shipped. Alaska's in preparation. Yeah. Slightly better. Alaska's in the preparation stages of our trip. She's getting ready for her first flight to go to the UK, so we've been to the vet today. Actually not to do with that, she's been a bit sick. I'm not sure what's going on, but she pooped inside Holly's house. Sorry Holly, really sorry about that. It's the first time it's ever happened. And
yeah, not telling the full story.
No.
Not only did she poop in the house, but Ben, first thing in the morning, as he stepped out of bed, stepped in her dog poop.
First thing, like my second leg didn't even touch the ground. The first one just went straight
like,
between the toes.
"Leah."
Honestly, that's literally one of my nightmares, and
Yeah.
it happened this morning.
Good experience.
Anyway, it's not about me, it's about Alaska. She's been to the vet and she has some medicine, and she's getting her poop tested, and she's going to be fine, hopefully. And she's going to stop drinking water that she finds in dogs. She's not the only one that's sick. Yeah. What's that, girl?
I'm sick.
Since we last spoke, we've picked up some lithium batteries, so we are investing in our production equipment from that point of view, so that we'll be able to work off-grid once it's finally ready and a studio. So we're going to make a video all about how we're doing all of that stuff. And actually those guys, Battleborn Batteries, are going to be giving you guys on Patreon an exclusive offer. So if any of you we're not getting a kickback for that at all, it's just something that they want to do for you. They want to also become a patron of Kombi Life. So if any of you are thinking about getting lithium batteries, hold fire for a second, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to give you a better deal than you can get on the internet. And let us know if you need us to hurry that up before they come through with that deal. But otherwise, I'll post something whenever it becomes available, because they're pretty good batteries actually. That we've done a lot of research, and thanks to our friend Brett, who has helped us set all of that up, we have, I think, got some lithium batteries that we can actually trust, and hopefully will not burn our bus down this time.
I think it will.
No. Yeah. So from here, Leah, what's the plan?
The plan is to get to New York and get the bus ready to be shipped.
Yes.
And also get Alaska ready to be shipped out of the country.
If any of you guys are watching, like, live in the state of New York and wouldn't mind us coming around and having a shower or sticking around a day, let us know, because it would be really nice to see a friendly face up in New York. We're a little bit kind of overwhelmed by that whole process and arriving in the big city. So if anyone knows anyone that could kind of offer us some space to just take stuff out of the van and sort stuff out, that'd be awesome. If not, don't worry, we'll figure something out.
We should do that now. Organise ourselves now.
Yes, we'll do that now too.
Yeah, so next update will probably be in Jersey.
Yeah, hopefully, with any luck, 1, 2, 3 Alaska on the floor, and 4 Boomerang will all be back in the UK, and we'll let you know what happened and how we managed to do that. It's all a little bit crazy at the moment, but hopefully we're all going to be in the UK, and we can start updating you from there with how the build of the interior goes. That is actually the same time in like late May is when we'll start work on the footage that we've been recording for the next series. So you guys on Patreon will be able to see the results of that work either in May or more likely in June. But we're going to get through to it as soon as we can. It's just right now we have nothing left to give. We can't edit. We're just focusing on filming and driving. Alright?
Yeah.
Update over. Thanks guys, and sorry if we're a little bit low on energy. Really we're trying. We're really trying.